One thing that I love about the clarinet is that it has a really wide range. So you can decide to take a melody and play it in the shallow mode, the really low register, and kind of whisper it.
Yeah.
And you can also decide to just take it up almost 2 octaves and just play it all the way high and scream it as loud and above any other band members that are playing.
Love that.
And that's something that I love and I utilize in my professional life. I have my tentet and I have projects with big bands, and there's something about the clarinet that can carry a whole orchestra, like with this intensity of the sound, like right above the band. And yet it can be like inside hiding and just creating a vibe. So it has those possibilities that not every instrument has this wide range of choice. So soprano saxophone, I love the soprano saxophone, but you can't go below a certain note. So you're limited.
If you were to pick up a saxophone today, which one would you go for? Would you not lean towards a soprano? Would you want an alto or tenor?
Well, I play all of them. So, and I've recorded all of them. So for many years, I focused on the tenor saxophone just because they needed that in the school's big band. So they asked me to pick it up. And then I listened to Coltrane playing Big Nick. And I was like, oh my God, I love the sound of the soprano saxophone. I got to play soprano saxophone. I was a student in Boston and I just was fascinated by the sound. And the same night I was playing a gig at the Regatta Bar in Boston, and this guy, David Ortega, he came by and we talked about the soprano, and he was also a saxophone player. And I said, wow, I fell in love. I want to play soprano. I said, I have a soprano I don't use. If you want, I can lend it to you. And he showed up at the next gig I played and just gave me a soprano. So one day when you have money, you can buy it. And that was my affair with the soprano saxophone that lasted until today. Thank you, David, if you hear that forever. And then I also play alto saxophone. The baritone saxophone, I did not really get to it. And now I play clarinet and bass clarinet. So really, who dictates which instruments I play is TSA more than anything.
Oh, it took me a second. I was like, TSA, is that some kind of musician thing?
Yes, it is.
The dreaded TSA. Yeah.
Fly ready, because, you want to go on an airplane. You're like, wait, you can only get X amount of carry-ons and, the instrument is too expensive. I'm not going to send them to the airplane. So if I want to play bass clarinet and tenor saxophone and clarinet, then I have to make some choices.
Aren't you just glad you're not a double bass player?
Yeah, those days for the double bass player, those days are over.